Welcome to Golden Software's video training for Surfer 14. Surfer is a versatile gridding, contouring, and surface mapping software package. In this video, I will cover advanced editing commands for base map objects, including the attribute table, and commands which require entering the base layer group. Entering the base layer group allows you to perform more functions on the individual components of the base map. To enter a base layer group, select the base layer in the Contents window, and then click Features, Group, Edit Group. When you are editing a base layer group, a small box appears in the upper left-hand corner of the plot window, which tells you what group you are editing. From within the base layer group, there are numerous commands we can perform and properties we can edit for the individual objects or subsets of objects. We will go over some of those now. We can add, move, and copy and paste objects from within the base layer group. To add an object, click the desired command from the Insert group on the Home tab of the ribbon bar, then use your mouse to draw that object on the map. Press Escape on your keyboard to exit the drawing mode when you're done drawing. To move an object, click and drag it to the desired location. To copy-paste an object, select the object and press Ctrl-C on your keyboard to copy it. Then press Ctrl-V to paste it. It will paste to the center of the screen, so if desired, click and drag to move it. From within the base layer group, we can select multiple items to move or edit. In the plot window, hold down the Shift key when selecting to select multiple objects at once. The selection box updates to include all selected objects. Alternatively, in the Contents window, click the first object, and then hold Shift and click the last object to mass select everything in between. Or hold Ctrl and click additional objects to select just those objects. Once you have the desired object selected, update the properties in the Properties window. After entering the base layer group, you can perform feature editing commands on the objects within the layer, such as converting one object type to another, simplifying lines, creating buffer polygons, and combining polygons into a complex polygon. After combining these two polygons into one, changing the properties for this one complex polygon in the Properties window updates both polygons in the Plot window. From within the base map layer, you can also query objects based on geometry or attribute values. For example, after clicking Map Tools, Layer Tools, Query Objects to open the query dialog, we can use the provided fields to select all points with an emissions value of greater than 1 million. We can then apply specific properties to just those points. Once you've completed editing the individual object properties, you will want to stop editing the base layer group by clicking Features, Group, Stop Editing Group. In addition to editing the attributes for an individual object, as is demonstrated in the base maps training video, you can view and edit the attributes for all objects in a base layer at once in the attribute table. The attribute table makes it easy to view all attributes, make bulk changes like deleting or entering new data, and add new fields. You can copy the values from the attribute table and paste them into Excel if you wish to save them to a data file. To open the attribute table, select the base layer in the Contents window, click Map Tools, Layer Tools, Open Attribute Table. The attribute table is opened. This is a modal window, so you can leave it open as you work in Surfer, and you can have multiple of these open at any time if you have multiple base map layers. In this table, the first column displays the object name, and the header row displays the attribute name. The attribute for a particular object can be found by following the object row over until it meets the attribute column. If an object is selected in the Plot window or Contents window, its row in the attribute table is highlighted in blue. You can add an attribute for all objects in the selected base layer by clicking the Add Field button at the top of the window. You can rename an attribute by clicking the Rename Field button. And you can delete a field by clicking the Delete Field button. You can press Ctrl-Z or click Home, Undo Attribute Change from the Surfer window to undo changes made in the attribute table. The attributes in the attribute table are linked to the attributes on the Info page in the Properties window, so editing a value, adding an attribute, or deleting an attribute in the attribute table updates what you see on the Info page, and vice versa. When you're finished editing the object attributes, you can close the attribute table by clicking the X in the upper right-hand corner of the dialog. This concludes the video training for advanced editing of base map objects in Surfer 14. If you have any additional questions, please contact Golden Software.